This is Junling. I'm the conference chair. On behalf of all our organizing committee and people who are helping us putting the conference together, I want to welcome you to the AI Frontiers Conference. This conference cannot be possible without the effort of our organizers, volunteers, our partners, sponsors, and event management company, and the San Jose Convention Center. So let's give them a warm thanks. We are here together because everyone knows that AI now is starting transforming the society. And there's so many exciting development going on since so-called deep learning revolution 6 years ago. But AI goes back all the way to 1956 to early 1950s, where it has so many potential, but not fully realized. When I was a PhD student about 20 years ago, the PhD student with AI degree typically has only two options. One, become researchers in a research lab, or two, out of job. But now, as you can see, everyone is looking for AI talents. And if you go to downstairs, our sponsors, almost every booth, they're hiring. And so for those of you who are starting AI, learning AI, and you have a very bright future. And those of you who are considering in the future moving into the AI domain, this is definitely the field to go to. Now, how does that happen? And why suddenly AI becomes so hot and actually being able to apply it to so many domains? I think definitely we owe that to the so-called deep learning technology. And because of deep learning technology, it transformed the way the machine learning was done without human involvement to derive features, so-called features. With neural network, all the features from the original image, for example, image recognition, you use simple pixels, you can immediately feed into the neural network. With speech, you use the raw data instead of trying to humanly engineer the features. So those are we owe that to the revolution of so-called deep learning. And sitting in our speaker seats today, we have those people who actually started those revolution from 6 years ago. Like our first speaker, Iliad, he's the one who published the paper, one of the co-authors for AnnexLab paper. And we also have people here today, this year, started many deep learning breakthrough. So in this conference, what you are going to see here is all the technology that cutting edge and where you are going to see the leaders, the pioneers who share their current results with us today. In terms of the conference agenda, on our day one, you are going to hear from our speaker, who first Ilya, on OpenAI, what the future of OpenAI, and the current research results from OpenAI. And then we are going to talk about, there's a talk on video understanding, where with the deep learning goes beyond the image recognition and the speech, now into much more complex domain. Because to understand the video, is essentially you process thousands of pictures within 1 minute, and that kind of computing, that kind of understanding also involves time dimension. So video is much more complex than image. But we are making breakthrough now in those domains. Then we move into the AI in security, where you understand the AI itself can help the security industry, but also it also brings some new issue in the security. So that's what you will hear from our speaker today on the security issue. And then on the application of AI in finance. We have a very strong financial AI in finance session where you got speakers talking about the risk management, the portfolio prediction, and other things about AI application. One of the major breakthrough this year is we call AutoML, the automated machine learning. And one of the inventors of that, Koklai, today is here. And he's going to talk about how we can automate machine learning with the deep learning itself, using reinforcement learning combined with neural network. And so those are the major speech in the day one. We say the best, but not the last. Is Dr. Kai-Fu Lee is going to give us a talk about his vision, his understanding about the AI applied in different industry and particularly different countries like China, how China becomes AI superpowers. And he has a book published. Now it's a New York best-time seller. And those of you who joined, have a business, joined the business, bought a business pass, we have an evening banquet that has an evening keynote from Jay Yaknik, who is the VP of Google AI, going to talk about the AI applications. So on our day two, we have applications about AI in enterprise, AI in healthcare, and the AI in games. And we are also in the morning, you are going to hear about the robots and the drones, where the AI now becomes, well, moving beyond the autonomous vehicle, AI can become a flying taxi in the future, guide those new technology. So I'm very, and also day 3 is the training day. If you stay for training, you will get very good coverage. If you are interested in image understanding, we have training, the whole day training from Google's team, talking about how to use TensorFlow to do image understanding. If you are interested in natural language understanding, we have training from Udacity, who talk about to give you introduction about NLP. Then we also have advanced training from Mosaic.ai. Dr. Ni Lau will talk about weekly supervised natural language understanding, and Lucas Kaiser from Google Brain, who was our speaker in the last 2 times. He's going to talk about sequence-to-sequence learning with tensor-to-tensor library. And finally, we also have a self-driving tutorial from Lai Offer that if you're interested in how self-driving was done, you can go to that training session. So with that, I finished the introduction about our main programs. And the break, coffee is all downstairs, coffee, lunch, and the exhibitors are downstairs. We also encourage you to use our app called Brella, B-R-E-L-L-A. That's a networking app where you can meet other attendees in this conference. The code is AI Frontiers, one word. And so that helps you to set up a meeting and know who everyone is working on. Great. So that summarizes my, my introduction about the conference. Now I want to introduce our speaker. So many of you probably know about AlexLab, but many of you don't know Ilya, our main, keynote speaker, is one of the co-authors for the AlexLab paper. So Alex, Ilya, and Jeff Hinton created that paper that won the ImageNet competition. That was in 22. So that became the major breakthrough for deep learning, where basically revolutionized the image processing, image understanding. Now, 2 years later, Ilya moved into Google Brain, and he invented the so-called sequence-to-sequence learning. And together with Koklai and another co-author, that sequence-to-sequence learning revolutionized natural language processing. And 1 year later, 2015, Ilya participated with a DeepMind team to build AlphaGo, and that everyone knows how AlphaGo beat the human champions and how that changed people's perception about AI. And furthermore, 1 year later, 2016, when TensorFlow was being built, and Ilya also is one of the co-creators of TensorFlow. So we are very proud, very happy to have Ilya to give us the keynote here. And many people mentioned about Ilya's achievement is on his academic citation. Just now I asked Ilya, was your citation 40,000? He said, no, it's 80,000. So that is the impact that Ilya has done, and well, we are very happy to have him join us. So let's welcome Ilya to give our keynote speech.